welcome back to the Forge Podcast. It is a lovely day today, although it has been raining. It's alright. How's everyone doing today?
I first have a question. What is rain, and why have I not heard of it?
Well, for one, you have to go outside to experience these things. I know it's complicated for a gamer, but, you know, also you're a duck, so it just slides off your back. You don't even notice it.
I mean, could also be that I'm basically blind.
That could be a good
I mean-
reason.
That's okay though. That's for the question. I'm pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Just sort of chilling.
Well, how are you, Derek?
He dipped.
You dipped. All right.
He dropped from the call.
That's all right. Well, as of right now, it's just Ducky, but Derek will be back. So, to introduce our friendly neighborhood duck, welcome, Delson. It's nice to have you here.
It is nice to be here. I would have been on the podcast sooner if I had time to, but yeah, had time to get in. But you know, life is shit.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
It's the way the wind blows.
Yeah. Derek, how are you today?
Shit, I'm cold.
Yeah.
It's sunny outside and it's hot. That's about it.
It's sunny outside there.
Yeah, but it's hot.
It's been raining here. But yeah. Well, it's nice to have y'all here. So this episode is gonna be mainly the interview of the duck.
Sweet. I always land interviews. Let's go.
Yeah, you'll get this job, I think.
Interview
I'll cross my fingers.
a duck.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Delson, explain how we know each other.
Well, about like 200 years ago,
Yeah.
we met in this community called TCT. And I don't remember exactly how we had met in there. I think it was through our LFG, and we just got along pretty well.
Probably.
And then eventually later it came to us doing the podcast in TCT. And we just been good friends since then. Like it's really been it. It was a pretty simple story, you know, simple destiny community sort of thing. And
One
then
could
just getting
say
to know each other.
One could say it was our destiny.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. We were both into the same masochistic thing of playing the same video game, and it just turned into a good friendship and a way to meet each other.
Oh yeah. I mean, it has been a while since we've been on a podcast together.
It has been quite a while, hasn't it?
Now, Derek, I did bring you on for a reason. You don't know Delson, so if you have any questions about him, feel free, ask away.
As of right now, I don't have any questions yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's hope.
All right, so let me go ahead and pop in a question then.
All right.
So last night I was talking about some topics involving government and stuff, but it came down to Florida and animals. And if you could have a toilet gator, would you? Like a little gator that lives in your toilet and will like eat your dookies. Like so that your toilet don't get clogged. Would you get a toilet gator?
Yes and no. I'm going. Yes, because no one wants to deal with a clogged up toilet all the time. Well, I ain't gonna say
Yeah.
all the time, but like in some occasions, especially when you like constantly keep plunging and it's not budging. Okay, but then again, no, because I don't know how to feel about a gator just floating in my toilet while I'm taking a shit. You know,
It could snap on your ass at any moment.
facts.
Oh my god, that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would be a yes, yeah, a yes and no situation because, you know, pretty much what he said. I don't want to have to deal with shit, literally. I don't want to have to deal with that shit. Like, plus, if it actually counts as nutrients for this alligator,
Oh, it
this tiny
definitely
gator.
isn't. They definitely should not be eating shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would assume
But-
so. But if it was the case and it, was healthy and I don't know. I mean, I feel that maybe in that universe of that being an actual thing, be ethical, right? It's not
Mm-hmm.
not harming any animals. But in this universe, no, because my ass would be gone. There would be nothing to shit out of after
Yeah.
It's how it be assless.
that. Yeah, yeah, fucking. Oh God, imagine. Hey Doc, so I don't know how to explain this, but I put an alligator in my toilet. I mean,
You
that's
look at you like you crazy or something. Like, how
yeah.
the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, I put
Like,
an
I'm gonna just
alligator in
stop you
there.
right there. You put a what in your toilet?
An alligator?
Why the fuck would you do that?
But like, why did you say it was politics? Why did you?
Okay. So it came down to there's like this thing that like I think passed like the House of Representatives or like the Senate or something, and it's this thing about pretty much banning the exotic animal trade.
Was it because of Tiger
So
King?
no, it's like exotic animals, including like tarantulas, and like leopard geckos, things like that, like lizards and all that sort of like
Flying
stuff,
squirrels?
would become illegal to own and take to like vets, and you can't purchase them. Like all that stuff, like you could be fined like $25,000 for
25,000?
25,000 for even just taking these out of your
Okay.
own home if this were to
Right.
pass, and all of these exotic animals would become illegal.
Yeah.
And the only way to get them legalized would be off of starting a petition to get them whitelisted, but otherwise almost every single thing would become illegal. And it's mostly to like help prevent, the dumping of other animals in places like in Florida, the Burmese ball python or something like that. They have tons of them. They were just dumped because people didn't want to care for them, and now they're literally everywhere.
They're just running rampant.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
slithering.
a
I'm
huge
sorry.
problem.
Slithering rampant.
No, now I'm just gonna imagine them with like little sets of legs, like a centipede.
Oh God. Oh
Just running
God.
around.
Snake with legs. Oh no. Imagine that. A snake with legs just running at you.
I'm not gonna lie. I had that thought way too many times.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I kind of agree with it. I know I'm gonna lose a bunch of Florida viewers here now, but I agree with it. I agree with that whole thing because Florida people are
Florida itself is like its own GTA server. I'm gonna keep saying
yeah,
this. I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm in the grave, honestly, because it's true.
like literally all you gotta do is like it's a thing on the internet. It's been proven. You can just look up your birth date and like search Florida man with your birth date, and you'll see an article of a dumbass Florida man doing something.
Yeah.
Florida man stuck a cello up his ass. Like, I don't know.
I'm not gonna. Florida is like That's a crazy state.
Florida's a different breed.
To be honest, bro, look, I found this page on Instagram. It's called they got a Miami underscore what the fuck. They got a Broward what the fuck, and it's another one. I think it's like Dade City what the fuck. Anyway, they all based out of Miami basically,
Yeah.
and it was some crazy shit they be posting on there in their city. I'm just like, I ain't know about Florida, man. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I do want to visit in Miami, especially, but then all the shit that go down there, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Florida's something different. And it always will be.
Florida is really its own country. We think about it. It's a country within the country.
I feel like Texas
Yeah.
is the same thing at this point.
But fuck a state. They're a country within the country. They own rules, anything.
Yeah. Because
I
like
mean, what you expect to happen when you literally shape a state like to look like a flaccid penis? Like
he did not just say
it's just sitting there.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just never thought about it that way.
Me neither.
I think it's because I live on an island and I just see the peninsula that, Manhattan has made, so I was never thought of it that way, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense now. Just a bunch of dicks there.
Exactly.
Speaking of Florida, have you guys ever seen that the movie, the Florida Project?
No,
I heard about it, but I never seen it.
never even heard of it. At least as far as I can remember.
I'm gonna be honest, it's uneventful. It's just, I think a mom and her kid just living in a projects. That's about it.
It's not gonna be a nice state of Florida.
What was that?
Sound like it would be a daily life in the state of Florida.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Already sounds treacherous.
I'm pretty sure on whatever road you go down, there's at least one tire sitting there.
Probably.
I'm sure of it.
Wrecked car, just broken fucking beer bottles everywhere, trash bags.
Last time I've been to Florida, it was in 2018. I haven't been there since.
Last time I went to Florida, probably like 2013.
2009 for me.
Sheesh.
Damn, that's long ago.
Yeah, when I turned 10, I went down to Florida. I lived
Actually,
there,
I'm not.
like,
Actually,
when I
I'm
was
like,
younger, but
Right.
Actually, it was really 2019.
Wait, are you 2 years older than me?
I mean, I was in 99. Were you 2001?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh.
I mean, you look like you're 19 half the time, but
Oh, I definitely look like I'm 19 right now. I just shaved the other day, and I look like a fucking child.
Derek, I have to ask because you're the youngest one here. Do you finally have facial hair?
It's only under my chin. That's all.
Aww.
That's the only place that's growing at right now, and kind of like on the side of my cheeks. But other than that, not really.
Hey, you'll grow into it.
Nah, I doubt it. Cause I cut it off like every couple months.
Every couple months. That takes that long?
It's not even that. It's just that I don't feel like cutting it every now and then. Cause every time I cut it, it be itching for a couple of days, and I don't feel like dealing with that. That's how I just do it like I say like every 2 or 3 months, or just whenever I feel like it.
Fair. Yeah. I know, Delson, yeah, you said you just shaved, but like, you normally have like a full grown beard, don't you?
Normally I'll just keep like a goatee. Well, like a full goatee, so like the mustache and chin around that. And I'll keep like my sideburns trimmed. But that's normally what I keep. Just because I mean, I like it. That's really it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, as a blonde, it's easier to be mistaken as younger for some reason.
Yeah.
So it all just comes down to what can I do to help make myself look a little more older? And it works. Because when I look younger, but I come off with, half the shit that I know, people are like, oh, this guy's just being an asshole. It's like, no, I promise. I'm actually
You know what you should
experienced.
do? Get hunchback, put like something like a pillow in your
Get hunchback.
in your shirt, maybe look hunchback, get a cane. I don't know, maybe wear some makeup that makes you look older, you could like old man, shake your cane at fucking kids. What I do with my cane, but that's besides the point. I genuinely have done that before.
I
Oh
forgot that
my.
child has to walk around with a cane.
It's so weird. Okay, whenever I go to the store, alright? Whenever I go to the store, it's so weird. Cause I have to get on one of those electric carts.
Mm-hmm.
And, alright, it's fine whenever I go there and, no one else is using them. I'm the only one using it, right? Sometimes I like go at a time where there's just a bunch of people there, and including disabled people, so I grab the last one, and then I end up, while I'm driving through the front door, I see an old person with a cane, and I feel bad. Because it's like, I know I need it, so it's not like I'm doing anything wrong, but I'm younger, and I shouldn't have to do that, so I kind of, feel bad for them, and then I just nod and drive away.
And they definitely looking at you like, what the fuck he doing on that? He don't need that.
Yeah, I've gotten that look so many times,
But then
especially from
again,
the bigger
I don't
people.
know. I don't know how people out there operate. Down here they would definitely say something to you, like straight to your face.
Oh yeah.
They gonna walk up, sir. Why the hell is you riding this? You don't need this. You're younger than me. I need this. Like,
I
sir,
think some
but then
people
like when
have.
you tell me your situations, it's like they feel bad, but then they don't feel bad. So like typically they really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing. I think some people have thought of coming up to me, right, and saying something, because I've seen people, look at me and start walking over to me, and then they smell the weed. They're like, oh, yeah, no, he probably needs that, I guess. I don't know, because, like, as soon as people get close, they just walk away. Because usually I just smoke enough. I pretty much am just covered in weed. I smell like a bag of weed. Driving through the store, I get so many looks because of it, not just because of the cart, but
This man got a this man got an attraction but a defensive system at the same time.
right? It's
That's
it's
pretty
cool.
bad.
I got an invisible shield around me.
Yeah, the smell that people despise weed.
Yeah, because it's still technically illegal here. Nah, it's passed. It's passed everywhere, pretty much. But especially here in New York, it's been already passed. It's legal, recreational. But some, Karens or male Karens, whatever, they'll start freaking out on people. What are they calling us for? What are they? Anyways, so I am curious.
About
Where you live, Delson?
I am out on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Sorry, the best coast.
What?
oh, okay, the best coast.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
best coast.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I'm out over on the West. I have been for quite a while. I used to be out over in the East and the Midwest, and I really liked out there, but been kind of stuck out here for a lot longer than I expected to, which is
Mhm.
Yeah.
very unfortunate. But it is what it is.
If you could live anywhere, I mean, at least in the States, if you could live anywhere, what state would you choose?
I mean, there was this area in New York that I really liked. Not the city. I would hate the city. Not a fan of city life anymore.
So, like, upstate.
Yeah. If you've ever been, Westchester County was like
Hmm.
my go-to area. Everything out there was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You love the mountains here? Ever been skiing?
I haven't been skiing up there, but I've been skiing around on the East Coast, before,
Hmm.
but not up in any of the mountain ranges in New York. Um, but I did have a lot of fun out there. My next go-to area would probably be Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee
Yeah,
is
Tennessee.
it's actually nice over there.
Oh no, it's really nice over there. I went over there in like November, I think it was, um,
Mm.
to help some people move, and it was really nice.
To be fair, I have never heard anything bad about Tennessee. I'm gonna be
Oh
honest,
yeah,
as a
no,
New
the
Yorker.
land is gorgeous. Plus, apparently, a lot of people from California are going over to Tennessee. I have no idea why, but there's a lot of Californians who are moving to Tennessee. And I'm like,
I mean,
well,
it's probably not the drought or, all the, land on fire or anything.
plus there's a lot of places looking for workers. Um, uh,
Bless you.
thank you. Like when I was out there for a week, I got offered 3 jobs willing to pay me the minimum wage for California out there.
Oh,
Um,
It's
which
tough.
is like $3 higher than their minimum wage.
what's the minimum wage in Cali?
It's 15 an hour.
Oh, it's the same here in New York, actually.
Yeah, and out in Tennessee, cost of living is significantly lower. So if they're willing to
Ooh.
pay me the minimum wage for like California and Tennessee, that saves me tons of money. And I was like, this would be great. But that all goes back to me wanting to do welding and everything, and that's available anywhere. So it all comes down to once I get my certificate, I can literally move wherever I want.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense because, it is a lot to live here in New York too, obviously, When you're making like what, like probably like close to like 4 grand a month almost, two to 4 grand a month,
Yeah.
depending on how you work in Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that like the rent there is like what, like I bet you one bedroom is probably like 200 to, like fucking 400 months or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, that sounds way better than it is where I'm at.
What about you? What about you?
I mean, okay, I ain't gonna lie. All right, you talking about like for rent or minimum wage?
Both.
Okay, well, South Carolina minimum wage is not the best. It's 7.25, honestly.
Hmm.
But I mean, about where I work at, I make 14 an hour, so
Oh
I'm smooth
damn.
sailing. Yeah, I'm smooth sailing. Um, rent in my city, at least for like 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, you looking at like 1,300 a month.
You know what's crazy?
That's the crazy part.
So, I told you the minimum wage here is $15 an hour, right?
Yeah.
Huh. So the lowest these days on really the average, I guess, here in New York is 1,700 a month. So like for just one bedroom, not two, just one bedroom.
1,700
Hmm?
for one bed?
Yep. What's stupider is that, and I know that's not a word, but this is gonna make me say the word because a studio, which entails the kitchen, the bedroom, the living room, the bathroom, everything is all in one room. A studio costs more than a one bedroom. What the fuck is wrong with New York? It'll be like $2,000 a month for a studio apartment.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it though. Then again, this is New York that we're talking about.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We don't have that, like, even out. You know, we don't have that pay to rent ratio. Clearly.
Yeah.
Because when you're, for instance, when you're maybe, say, a single parent, you got to pay for kids, you got to pay for daycare, you got to pay for school, you got to do all these taxes and stuff. So when you're getting the minimum wage, you got, a lot to think about. And when you're getting almost $2,000 a month based on one job, like, how's that gonna pay for your rent, the kid, food, and everything else? Like, it's very hard to get that ratio. And sadly, we don't have. I'm gonna be honest. We don't have sexual education here, so kids just be fucking these days and have all these babies. Do whatever. Like, I'll tell you right now, the house, I've said this on previous podcasts before, I believe. The house that's down the road has like 15 people in it, at least. Adults.
15.
Yeah, 15 adults.
Dang.
That's excluding the kids that they have. And it's just one house. One house with like 4 bedrooms and a living room and 1 bathroom. So it's not that bad, but at the same time, like, we also don't have language experts because all the people that are living in there only speak Spanish. So they got lucky, and thankfully they only pay like $200 a month each person. But like, you have to go to that great of lengths to make sure that everyone can feed their kids. You can defeat the language barrier. You can do this. You can do that. You can actually do things with your kids. And they all of them share 3 cars.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's 5 people per car.
Yeah. And
Well,
half of them walk to work. Yeah, it's a hard living situation here in New York, especially in my area.
Honestly, I would get an apartment like somewhere in my city where I live at, but because like most jobs that are high paying, it's like you gotta have a degree for it, or either like it's something that you're not interested in.
Oh yeah.
And like I feel like every job that I would try for, it's gonna be something that I already know that I'm not gonna like, or it's something that's like my league, basically.
Yeah,
Especially like in the area where my job is, it's called, well, it's two different areas. It's called Bluntton and Hilton Head, and it's basically an area where, like, all the rich people, and they're not only from South Carolina. Like, I be seeing tags from like California, Washington, Nevada, South. I seen one from South Dakota. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, and they be out there. And then the apartments out there as well. Those, like, I heard those like $2,000, and like some of my coworkers, they actually live in those $2,000 apartments. Like, yeah, they got roommates, but I don't know who's gonna be my roommate. I'm kind of antisocial for real, and I don't want to meet new. I don't want to meet new people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Off of all this shit like that I'm doing with the podcast and everything, I'm hoping to make some money because, like, then I can get a couple of my other family members and we could just split a place. It would be very interesting. But I mean, I'm down with roommates. I just gotta get in a better situation. You know what I
If
mean?
I if I have a roommate though, like, it gotta be somebody that I know. Like I know me and my best friend somehow we getting a place together, but I don't even know about that at this point all the time. cause like, I don't, cause I wouldn't mind having a roommate, but then I wouldn't mind having a roommate. You know, it could be a guy or a girl. It don't matter. But then again, it's like I be thinking other things too. I'll be like, you know, if I have a female roommate, right? Like, what if she got a boyfriend, and they
And
come
he
up,
don't
like,
like
you know,
that.
they come over type shit, and you know, things go that way, and like, you know, I'm home. I'm like, I don't want to hear this shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I really be thinking that. I'm
Hey,
like, bro, what
hey,
if I
you
gotta,
gotta do what you gotta do. Get some
bro?
earplugs, get on the game. I don't know, do
I'm
some
not, I'm not
studying,
getting on
going
no
for a
game, bro.
walk.
Cause then I'm not getting on the game, cause y'all gonna ask me like, what's going on in the background, and I'm be like, oh no, they smashing. I'm gonna grab my keys and leave the house. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, just go for a
No,
walk.
I'm just coming back like, I'm coming like
Hey,
six
so
hours
I
later.
gotta go to work.
No, fuck work. I'm
I
leaving the
gotta
house.
leave. I gotta do something that's not here.
But like, where you going? I'm leaving the house.
No, you can
Like,
stay. You can stay. Nope,
nah, fuck
nope.
that,
I'm not staying.
bro.
I'm not.
I ain't gonna
Come
count.
join. The party's gonna be fun.
Nah, I ain't
This
gonna
will
count.
not
I
be
got
an
two.
orgy today.
Well, look, okay, me, I have two best friends, right? And one of them, she was telling me, she was like, "Oh, when you come over, it might be me, you, and my man's type shit." And I was like, I told her, like, you know, she was saying like, if I come visit, I could stay with her. I said, okay, cool. But I told her, I was like, bro, first night, if I hear y'all boys fucking, I'm getting a hotel. She started laughing. I was like, I'm dead ass. I'll get a hotel.
Yeah, because at that point you gotta get a hotel. You ain't gonna be
Like,
hearing that.
I'm not finding that shit for no, I don't know, probably 2 hours. I don't know how long people be smashing. But I'm just saying, like,
Just
good
knock
2
on the
hours.
wall. Say if you keep it up, I'm joining.
Or I'm talking like, you be
Half the
hanging on that
time they'll
bed like,
just
shut
quiet
y'all
out.
asses out.
I mean, you could just knock on the wall and be like, "Hey, you want me to grab the camera?" They stop. They gonna
I'm
stop
not filming,
immediately.
I'm not filming them.
But that's what I'm
Nah,
saying. Some people don't like that.
some people like to record. Some people like to be in front of the camera when they fucking. So like, they might just keep going. I don't fucking know.
No! Oh my god! What do you do in that situation? I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation. You just be like, "Oh yeah, I'll start recording." You do it as a joke. You walk in,
You don't gotta get a camera. You just be like, yeah, I'm going live, and then just bust in their room like, fuck y'all, nigga, what y'all doing?
fucking go on Instagram live and some bullshit.
On Facebook live.
Oh
Damn,
no,
this how y'all coming?
Damn.
man, that position. It's how are you doing?
Like, this is beyond me.
Like y'all look like you're doing Pilates up in this bitch. Let's go.
How is she hanging from? How? What?
Well, how the fuck she hanging from the ceiling, cuz?
Why are you upside down? What are you? Why isn't she upside? What is going on here? Why are you doing a handstand? What's going? Oh God.
My handstand. Oh man. Yo, why she on one leg and you?
Yeah. I didn't know she was that flexible. Oh damn.
Oh god.
Be like, you gotta walk and be like, buddies, y'all, are y'all doing gymnastics or y'all having sex? Like, which one?
Y'all working out? Like, I didn't know y'all needed to burn that many calories.
Oh god.
Yeah, we should have burned
This is
2,000
getting
calories.
deeper and deeper. This is getting.
Yeah.
Delson sounds very uncomfortable.
I'm still waking up, y'all.
What?
Well, I'll wake
Oh,
you
yeah,
up.
I forgot, because you're on the West Coast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 9 a.m. for this man.
This
Might
dude
be-
had me wake up at 9 a.m. Like, what the fuck?
Hey man, I'm sorry. I forgot. If I would have remembered, I would have said let's do like 3 p.m. or something.
Nah, it's all good.
Cause like,
It's not wrong waking up at 9 a.m., you know.
Dude, I was up at 4 because I got way too high last night and I like fell asleep so early and I was up at 4 because obviously the high faded. And when that happens, your body's like, hey, look, you're normal again. It's like, what am I even doing? I went into the fridge, grabbed some leftover Popeyes, um, and some juice, and I just sort of stood at the fridge with the cold air just blowing into my face,
You didn't even
eating
heat
like
it up?
this. No, are you kidding me? It was 4 a.m.
Oh, sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when you really hungry early in the mornings, you don't
Yeah.
want to heat nothing. No, you just eat it cold.
You ever eat
Like
a
I
day
literally
old
just
like Chinese food that's still in the fridge and you just high enough, or like you just tired enough and you hungry enough, you just sit there eating.
it's like pizza.
Yeah,
In the
Or,
AM,
or,
it doesn't
or,
need heated.
or the pizza
left it in the
or
oven.
fried chicken. Yeah, you can.
Sometimes like if I have pizza that like from like a pizza place, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just like let it sit in the oven. It's insulated. Nothing can get to it, so you know.
I just, I might spend the refrigerator. If I get hungry, I just take a bite of it. Like shit, you know.
Feels
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. So, Delson,
Huh?
I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot
You
what I was
forgot
gonna
that for
say.
a second.
Yep.
That is completely fine.
Oof, big oof.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh. So, anyone got any crazy, hilarious stories to share today?
Any crazy hilarious stories. I seen a ridiculous post earlier that South Carolina passed earlier. Okay,
Oh
so
boy.
What happened?
okay, so they got us to where like say you get arrested for driving under the influence, right?
Yeah.
Like you cause an incident or you get in an accident and that person on the other end gets killed. They were saying like if they get killed and they have a child, you gotta pay child support until they turn 18 and graduate high school. I was like, I never seen no shit like that, but this is tough.
Hmm. Man, they be
This
passing some weird shit laws. Like, I
this
don't
is South
know.
Carolina. This is South Carolina we talking about. They pass
Yeah.
something. They pass something crazy here like every couple months. So at this point, this ain't nothing new. Just another crazy law being passed.
Is it just because they're the South?
If you want a real crazy
I'm
law
sorry.
thing that's happening, I can tell you about the most recent thing that happened.
What happened?
Oh yeah, what happened?
Um, so there was this law that was passed that I believe just got overturned or is getting overturned.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be a very sensitive topic, but this involves abortion. Um, the law that was passed that made it so that there's got to be an abortion clinic in every state, um, and that if you get an abortion, you can't be prosecuted, is getting overturned. So it means if you were to go to an abortion clinic and get an abortion, you can be prosecuted for it. Whereas
What?
the law that was in place where it's like, no, you can't get in trouble for it, um, is getting overturned if it's not already overturned.
That's basically what they got in Texas.
Okay,
Well, but
look,
it's like in Texas,
I
it's like,
hmm.
yeah, a lot of counties make it so like you can't get an abortion, but there's still one in each state.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't get prosecuted for it. Like you can't get in trouble. But there are a
Yeah.
lot of people that will like shame you or lots of things like that. And some states will just they'll sort of gatekeep you from it. But other states
Yeah,
like California, we have lots of we have lots of Planned Parenthoods and stuff like that. Um, where, they're willing to, you know, do that whole service for people. But it's like that entire thing just getting straight removed. That's kind of a big thing, but
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the situation. Like, I know it goes deep into politics, with, like all of that. I mean, it's just the whole abortion thing. I say you do what you want. I'm not gonna stop anyone. You know, I get how it's wrong, and I agree. I'm gonna just say this is all just based on who I fuck. That's how I feel about it. If I accidentally get a woman pregnant and we both agree to get this procedure, I don't see the problem with it. But at the
For
same
me, it's
time, I
like
understand the whole heartbeat thing. So I don't know.
for me, it's like whether you should or shouldn't be able to does not matter. It's the fact that the option is available to you that matters.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It should just be
It's
available if needed. And, obviously, people can have
like
their opinions.
whether you should have it or shouldn't, that doesn't matter. Morality shouldn't be brought into law.
Yeah.
It comes down to it should or shouldn't be available. Like, and it should be available as an option.
Yeah, but
Doesn't matter how
that's
you feel about it.
I totally agree. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't understand these whole law situations where they bring in morality. I just say, like, you
Exactly.
do it if you feel you need to, but I would recommend against it for obvious reasons. I mean, the morality studies, yeah. But whatever, again, it's just if both people agree, you know, that's really all that matters. That's also another thing. It's women's bodies. There's all these men making these decisions for women for like abortions and stuff when it's their bodies. They have the automatic say. It's it's nothing to do with, you know, any kind of man unless you may have transferred into a woman and have that ability to birth a child. Still, if you identify as female, you have the option. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion. But to get, I guess, a little away from the politics of all that, just to lighten up the conversation. Delson, Ducky,
So,
you're all good.
huh?
What's your most memorable moment with TCT?
Um, that's a good question. Um, that's a very good question. Um,
Yeah, take your time. I edit these, so.
well, shit. Most memorable moment. Well, should it be the best memorable or worst memorable?
You know what? Do both. Do both, because I'd love to hear what the worst is, but I want to know the best.
Nah, I'm not gonna bother giving the worst.
I mean, hey, this is
Um,
my podcast. You can talk about whatever the fuck you want. It's disassociated from TCT, so.
all right. Well, the best would probably be my first raid with TCT.
Hmm.
I had met Maine and some others. There was also Arialis who's um in here as I think one of the moderators.
Ah.
Um, and he was a cool guy. I think I had also met like Johnny and Jet and other stuff. Um, but we did King's Fall.
Holy shit, that was long ago then.
Well, like Destiny 2 had launched, but some
Oh,
people
okay.
were looking to do King's Fall again. I was like, sure, I know this raid pretty well. And we went and we did it. And we had a great time. Uh and it definitely like showed how they were as like how they are as a raiding community.
Yeah.
Um being very friendly and everything. And it was great. Um but then we'll go into my worst memory, which is actually more recent. The fact of how clicky TCT is.
Yeah, although they say that they're not. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of clicks. It definitely sort of um I ran my time through a few different ones of them, and
We both
I'll just
have.
say there's no click that I really fit into, so it ended up actually prompting the leaving of the Destiny 2 clan. And
Oh, you're out?
yeah, I'm out. I had actually left and joined a different one. But
Holy
then I
shit.
realized I'm too burnt on Destiny, so I actually left that one too. And currently, I just haven't played Destiny for a couple weeks.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Yeah, I had those moments. Like, I feel weird joining anything now, mainly because the whole podcast thing. I am
Mhm.
a tad famous in TCT now. Um, just among the bigger players, and I know that I'm always talked about, referenced, and like I kind of just want to leave it that way. Like I get talked about in a good light. There's stories being told. I'm not, especially like I know damn well if I come back later on, which I'm more than likely gonna happen. Maybe a year or two down the line, I'll come back. Everyone will just be cheering me on like they always do. Like I know Derek has experienced this, but like I kind of distance myself from like not just TCT but several of my friend groups, and I always come back with a cheer. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's him! It's Ty!"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, but it's also like it's not that I'm like trying to keep quote unquote the fame. It's just like I am so well loved, and I know I'm pretty good person that I people love having me around, and you know I don't want to like overcrowd people. I know that sometimes I can be annoying, like because I am still working on my issues, whatever. But with TCT, there was always the cliques. They always had different opinions. I've never interacted with them, but I think you know who I'm talking about. It was the people who would always go flawless, like that one team. Like they were always playing PvP and going flawless in trials and shit.
Yeah,
Um,
I know who you're talking about.
yeah, and I always thought that was a little bit unfair. Like I thought I I know it's gonna sound terrible, but I thought that those people should split up and just carry people. Because I've played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 since they've both launched, for the most part. I have not gone flawless once. I haven't gone to the lighthouse ever. So, I just feel like just as much as they have Sherpas for raids and stuff and, other parts of the game, they should have that for PvP, and they don't have that. They don't like force that road. Although they say, "Oh, we're not cliques. We don't do allow any of that." Blah blah blah. Whatever. I agree with their methods. They just don't have the manpower to keep up with everything. So yeah, I mean, I'm technically out of all of it. I just stay in because it's still a technical family of sorts. We've all grown. We've all made impacts on each other. I don't know about you in that scenario, but that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still like a community, and I still got a lot of like friends, like plenty of the admin team I still talk to.
Oh yeah,
And even like one of the founders, Maine, like I mean, I literally not even like 10 minutes ago just sent him a late birthday gift. Um
oh, I had no idea it was his birthday. I feel bad now.
yeah, you know how we have All Mains Day?
Oh yeah.
April 1st, that's the day before his birthday.
Oh okay.
But yeah, we do All Mains Day, and then we celebrate his birthday the next day. Or the first was it's either the first or the second's his birthday, but I sent him a late birthday gift because uh yeah, but it's like I'm still on good terms with like plenty of people, but it's just when it comes down to the Destiny thing, I'm just sort of like staying apart from it. Like it's I'm like I didn't play Destiny much, or and like I was coming down to a big break from it,
A
and
close.
then I had found TCT. and I started playing it again. I just sort of been consistent with Destiny throughout my TCT like strong going, and now it's just sort of I don't really play it much because there's not really too many people to play it with.
Yeah. Like half
Um,
the people I played with, like the Ghost.
yeah,
Yeah. I separated from TCT, me and him kind of both. I mean, we're still a part of it, but we went off and did our own thing. Like I think I've played more Warzone with him than I have played Destiny with TCT members in the past 2 years. Like significantly more too. It's not even just like a few hours. I'm pretty sure it's like days of gameplay that I have with him in Warzone over TCT in Destiny. Yeah, so like it's a good community. Just okay, if I need a hand, I know they'll be there to help. But at the same time, like I'm gonna be honest, after Witch Queen, my destiny has ended in that like sense. That I feel my story with Destiny has come to a close. Like there's nothing really to do now. We defeated the Witch Queen, which was the
yeah.
whole point of these past like 7-8 years of gameplay.
Well, I mean, the entire thing comes down to killing the darkness, but we're only still learning about it. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm
we
saying.
just learned about the witness, and he's the big one.
Yeah.
Um, because it's like once he's dead, then that's pretty much like all of the darkness. So like the darkness will never really die. Like it's once the traveler dies, that's gonna be like the light gone. But it seems like the big one for the dark is the witness. So it's probably gonna be like, hey, how long can we drag out the fight to the witness? But now that we know of him, I was probably gonna be a fight, but there's a high chance that Sifu Era's gonna show up in between, which would probably give us like another year.
Oh yeah. There's probably like Lightfall or the Final Shape or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at least a few more years of it, and it's like I'll stick around for it, but like whether it's gonna be my main game or not, that's gonna change. Like I've been playing Elden Ring a lot, though
Mhm.
once I complete that a few times, I'm probably gonna just switch to another game. Been doing a bit of Sea of Thieves, um, and just other games back and forth, but hell, I may even just go back to the Division.
Oh shit,
Um,
yeah. I mean, I ran out of PlayStation Plus, so I can't even play with you if I wanted to.
I mean, I'm doing like the Division 2 on on PC
Oh yeah, how you
because
enjoying it? How you like it?
well, I did it a bit on my last like build where my CPU was a lot lower quality, so it was hard to render everything.
Mm.
Um, so like just loading distances were terrible and everything. But now that I have my new CPU, I literally like new CPU, a new graphics card, everything should be running a lot better. Um, because it was hard to like render everything at a 1080p. Uh,
Oh really?
yeah, because it's so like the big difference between like Destiny and the Division was Destiny has a lot smaller areas and it's not an open world,
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
whereas the Division is an open world and it renders a lot more things. Um, but now that I have a stronger CPU and a stronger GPU and just overall a stronger build, I'm hoping it's gonna run a lot smoother.
Oh
And
yeah, I
that's
mean I hope
that's the
so.
big thing. Um, and once I get that, then everything should be working pretty fine. Uh, like I'm just hoping uh, I'll be able to run everything efficiently. And it's like it's gonna be starting completely over, but um, overall, like I'm just hoping that everything's gonna be fun because I played the shit out of those. Like shoot and loots are my go-to for Um,
Automatic, yeah.
yeah, and that's just
Borderlands, The Division, Destiny, stuff like that.
exactly. And
Warframe.
those are what I enjoy. That's really just what I spend my time doing.
Yeah. Well, on to another question. It's a similar, similar. What, basically, yeah, what's your most memorable moment in gaming in general? Like, I guess worst and best.
Um, well, for gaming, I don't even think I could think of a best. Like, there's just lots of good moments I can think of. Like, there's the fact that I like my first raid in Destiny was with my last clan. Um,
Yeah.
and they were so fun to play with, and I really enjoyed them. Um,
Were they comedians?
they were pretty funny. I
Yeah, that's always
was
the best in a raid.
introduced to them through coworkers actually. Like one of
Oh,
my old coworkers got me back into Destiny because I played it at launch, but I just sort of wasn't too into it at the time.
there
And
wasn't much
then,
about it.
oh, yeah, and then after King's Fall, or like right before like the Taken King had launched, he got me back into it. And it was like, we're about to have a new huge expansion. We're all excited for it. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out. But once I did, it was like, okay, sweet. Like this is like exactly what I'm wanting.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I
but
felt
yeah,
the same way about like the whole Taken King situation. That really changed the game for the better. I'm gonna be honest.
it did. And I was so happy with how everything worked for it. And everything's great. Um, and that really got me into it. But other than that, they had also played The Division a lot, like the first one. And, oh my
Yeah,
god, all my memories with that have been absolutely positive. Um,
yeah, yeah. Division One. I played with an old friend. Sadly, he's no longer with us. But no, he got me really into it because I think me and him met over like Destiny or a GTA 5 server, and we just kind of kept playing and playing. We got in the division, and we didn't stop, no matter how bad it got. Like there was one patch note I specifically remember about the Division One that they had to change. Someone found out. I don't know why they were looking at it like this, but someone found out that the moon was upside down, so they had to flip it because it was for some reason upside down, and they I don't know. That game always had its bugs, and I feel like it just was what made it even more fun.
yeah.
Except when you would like lose some loot into a wall, all like the green stuff, teal color. Oh right, you can't even see color. Never mind. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
can see
sorry.
some color.
I forget you're colorblind. But like the gear sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I hated when that shit would like get lost in the floor or the wall.
Yeah.
But it was still what made some like memorable moments.
Yeah. I'm like really excited for the Division 2 because they had like this tower thing. I don't remember the
Mm,
name of it, but apparently it's been like the big end game activity.
you get to the.
I'm really excited for that.
You want me to tell you what happens at the top?
No, I would like to find out once it
Okay, you're
comes,
gonna
but
love it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I fucking hope so.
You're
'Cause, yeah, I was
probably
always
gonna
like an
rip your hair out,
endurance like
but
runner, but
yeah, it still goes by each floor. It's actually not repetitive at all.
good.
Yeah,
I know
it's
like my
very
big
surprising.
thing. I loved doing the in the first division, the underground. I did
Yeah.
a lot of that, and it was hella fun.
Yeah. They always had some good stuff with like all their ideas were pretty much good. Sometimes it was executed poorly, but it was still fun. It was still fun.
Yeah.
So, what would be like your worst moment in gaming?
Um,
Just have like a bad game or something.
part of me wants to say all the time that I've like sunk into what do you call it? Warframe,
Mm.
because I played the shit out of that. And like as much as I enjoyed it, I had just sort of sunk so much excess time into it
That you felt
that
yourself forcing yourself to play more.
yeah.
Yeah, I get
Um
that with Destiny.
and it was literally the same grind over and over and over again. Like
Was
it
there
was
even new
literally
stuff?
it's so pretty much what it comes down to for endgame for Warframe is so like you have uh each Warframe, which is pretty much you get different abilities in each of them, and then there's different weapons. Like you'll have a primary, a secondary, and then you'll have like a melee weapon.
Yeah.
And then you can also have like a companion, which it all comes down to
Oh, that's
once you
cool.
level it up, you level it to 30, and then it's called, and then you've mastered it. There are some other weapons where it's like technically you can get them to a max level of like 50 or something, where each extra level you get, um, you have to technically reset it by using this thing called a forma, which can change what mods you can put on it. And pretty much it makes it more efficient to fit larger mods. Because if it fits like the right setting, it only
So like
costs
the
half
seasonal
as much.
artifact in Destiny.
Somewhat.
Okay. I just needed the clarification. It was
It's
similar.
like okay, so imagine if like on your armor, you know how it's like it costs 5 intellect for a full mod
Yeah.
for it? Pretty much it's if you use a forma, you can change it so that it will cost half as much. So
Oh,
imagine if you could fit all these mods that cost a lot, but for half as much. And that's what a forma does for like each weapon.
so you just like sunk
There are
into
like
all of
multiple
that.
mods.
I could see how like you could sink into that,
Yeah.
especially if they're playing so much.
But it's pretty much the same thing. The grind becomes um mastering all of the weapons and all of the warframes. So like getting all of the items and leveling them up. And then if you realize you don't like it, it's pretty much just dismantle it. But then after that, it comes down to the mod trading, where it comes down to getting these things called rivens, where they are randomly rolled. But also, you can like the stats on them change depending on how good the weapon is. Like the better the weapon is in the meta and the sandbox, the the worse that the Riven is able to be. Like it's you can't get it as high. Like the damage values or like the critical modifiers,
Yeah.
those don't go as high as like the worst weapons. Uh, but it all comes down to the Riven trade because people will spend the premium currency on those.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I can see how you fall into that. It's pretty hard to get out of like that's why I love and hate looter shooter games these days. Like I have to be like playing Warzone or like something that has basically no point because, you know, if I continue to sit there play Destiny, right? It's going to get repetitive and repetitive and it just feels at this point of me playing Destiny, it just feels like I'm playing the same shit over and over again, just in new areas. Like
Yeah.
they don't, I guess, completely understand how to make new ideas and new modes. They're just adapting to what they have and changing it a little bit every season.
Yeah.
Like the Trials thing, the Trials labs and the Gambit labs, I love that idea. But create a new mode that sticks around like Gambit, that sticks around like Crucible, that sticks around like Trials. Create something so memorable that everyone wants to play it, but they don't do that. They just adapt and conform.
Yeah.
So, I get that in a way. I didn't never really played Warframe that much, but it's kind of why I stopped when I, heard more about it, not just from you, but everyone else that played it. That whole scenario where it just gets repetitive and the whole marketplace thing. Like, I don't have the play time for that. And nor the mental capacity. I have my own shit to do in my own time. So, I get it. Real quick. Derek, did you have anything in mind? Anything to ask? Anything to talk about?
To be honest, I don't.
No?
Nah.
Well, one quick question, Delson.
Huh.
I'm very curious.
Okay.
What was your best moment with me?
Best moment. You said best moment with what?
With me, both of you. I would love to know. Delson, I guess you
Best
can
moment with you. Ty, you should already know what I'm about to say.
Yeah,
That
that's why I
FaceTime call,
want.
man. That FaceTime call.
Yeah.
That FaceTime call at 4 in the morning. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Oh my God.
that
No, not last week. Come on.
no, last week. I said 4 in
Uh,
the morning.
she.
Oh, you talking? Oh yeah, I forgot because last week we did talk about on the podcast. Nah, cause you not that whole night actually.
Just because my friends need me. No.
Your friends didn't need you, Ty. You.
She
A
just need to
girl
get the
wanted to
fuck out my
slide. A
bed.
girl wanted
That's
to
what
slide
that
to your
was.
house. A girl wanted to slide to your house and she fell asleep, my boy. That's what happened.
Yeah, Delson. If I haven't explained the story to you already, the next time Anthony is on and you are on, we'll get into it.
Okay.
We'll do the whole story and you can ask questions.
That sounds like a plan.
But yeah, Delson, what was your best moment now that we have that just happened?
Okay. I believe it was your 19th birthday.
Oh no. I already know.
We were playing Destiny. Fucking doing a prophecy, and it was like with King and I, and fucking I remember
Ant.
and he you say, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. And we're at the boss and we're just waiting.
No, we were in the middle of the boss.
Yeah, we were in the middle of the boss. Like right after DPS, waiting to go back into the area to prep for DPS, and you're just gone. And it's like 20 minutes pass. And fucking, we thought we had no idea what happened to you. And then we find out you had gone to the bathroom. And
Yeah, I
like, I
just
don't know
left.
if you went to the bathroom, and then like, I think you forgot what you were doing, and you had like knocked your fan, or like had it like somehow tied to the fucking ceiling.
Rafters, yeah.
Yeah, and just fucking passed out
Yeah.
and just completely disappeared. And we had no idea where the fuck you were. And that was it. That was great. You were so drunk off of Four Loko. It was
I had two of them,
hilarious.
2 whole Four Locos, the whole cans, 2 of them. I had 2 of them, and the whole thing was that okay, so we were doing a raid for my birthday, and we got to the like end boss fight. We're in the middle of it, like they're shooting the boss, and my dumbass just goes, I have to use the bathroom. I get up and leave while we're doing DPS. Everyone's yelling at me, and I could hear it, but it wasn't like going through my brain for obvious reasons. It wasn't registering. I was just worried about me having to go piss. So, yeah, I come back 20 minutes later, and you guys were already done. You guys were just waiting for me to come get the final chest and yell at me.
Yeah.
And then after that, I continued this because that was on my first one. Okay? I continued to drink after that, and we did the prophecy dungeon. And I tried to teach Anthony how to do it. I tried so hard. And basically what I did was oh man, I hate myself for this. I just said, so you do the thing over there and it makes the thing happen and then it turns and yeah, so that's how we do it. And we just do it over again. And then I blacked out. I blacked out. Apparently, we reached the boss fight on that one, and then yeah, I said, oh yeah, it was both times. I said we reached the boss fight, and I just passed out on that second one, where I disappeared. I woke up to just my TV blasting music. My favorite sweatshirt was on the ground, covered in fucking throw up. My box fan was tied to the rafters. Like, it was just... I woke up and I was like, what did I do? And I didn't remember anything at that point. Like, I didn't know any of this that happened. Like, I just completely forgot about everything because I was like, did I do something last night? I don't remember. I had to come to you, Anthony, and like Partridge for like remembering help. Like, I needed memory from you guys. And then yeah, I remembered that whole situation where it was in the cube room. I tried to explain it and then I blacked out. We got to the Rainbow Road. We did that. I blacked out again. We went to the boss room. We were sitting there. I had to use the bathroom, and then that's where my night ends. That's it. Now again, it was my 19th birthday, so I was just trying to have fun.
Yeah, and you did.
Allegedly. Sorry, allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah, you had a lot of fun, and I mean, I was like the big thing. I was like, man, I did the same shit when I was your age. Like, it was great. I had a great time.
You remember that one moment? I mean, I didn't remember this, but Anthony told me about it. He goes, nobody loves you. And I go, I know, nobody loves me. And I just, he felt so bad for saying that. Oh my god. He was like rushing to like catch himself in what he did to me. He didn't realize how drunk I was. Yeah. I think you were actually in the bathroom when that happened. So he just like took the opportunity and then realized he fucked up. Because I get really emotional when I drink. So like the entire time I was just saying, I love you guys. I really appreciate you. And then he just goes, yeah, nobody loves you. Like, I know, but I still love you guys anyway. Yeah, that was a good time. I think. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I may or may not have happened on my 19th birthday. World may never know. Or maybe you do know. Who knows? Not us. So thank you for listening. But no, you guys have anything else to add?
Nah. Except for have a good day. That's it.
Thank you. You too, good sir. Delson, anything else to add?
Not that I can think of.
Well, it has reached just a little over an hour. Let's probably shrink it down a little bit with editing, but it was nice having you on, Ducky.
Yeah, of course.
It was nice having you back again, friend group Derek. That's always gonna stick now. I'm just gonna say that. Everyone is gonna, all the fans are gonna refer to you as Friend Group Derek. That's gonna be your. But yeah, it was nice having you guys on. It's lovely. This was a lovely podcast. I can't wait to do this again next week with our next guest. Love you.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye-bye.